Miller definitely tackles that workload issue head on.
How does AI help the person actually running the show?
The core idea.
All right, let's unpack this. Today, we're jumping into artificial intelligence, specifically how it might actually work inside a classroom.
Right. And we're using Matt Miller's book, AI for Educators, as our guide. It's framed as a, practical guide.
Exactly. And what I liked is how Miller seems to, cut through the hype.
Yeah, his goal seems genuinely to be making AI less intimidating. Make it accessible, useful, really for any teacher, It doesn't matter how techie you feel you are.
He breaks down some potentially complex stuff pretty simply.
Very simply, actionable steps.
So our mission here for this deep dive is basically to pull out the most important takeaways from the book for you, the listener, stuff you might actually use or think about. So where does Miller suggest teachers even start thinking about AI? What's the first big area?
Well, he really kicks off with learning strategies, how AI can fundamentally change the way learning happens for students.
Change how?
The big idea is personalization, how AI can help tailor the learning experience for every single student. That's kind of the dream, right?
Yeah, personalization. Yeah, we hear that word a lot. But how does the book show it, actually happening? What are the examples?
He gets concrete. He talks about tools that can help adapt lessons almost, on the fly based on how a student is doing.
Okay.
Or providing instant feedback. Really targeted feedback that feels almost like one-on-one help.
Okay. So closing those gaps faster.
Exactly. And even helping teachers create more engaging activities, maybe activities tailored to specific needs or learning styles. It's all about helping students learn at their pace in a way that fits them.
That kind of individual focus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds powerful for the students.
It really does.
But okay, let's flip it. What about the teachers? Because let's be real, educators are incredibly busy. The book mentions teacher efficiencies.
Yes, and that's crucial. Miller definitely tackles that workload issue head on.
How does AI help the person actually running the show?
The core idea is AI as a major time saver. It can automate or streamline some of those really repetitive tasks.
Okay, time saving. That's definitely appealing. What kind of tasks are we talking about?
Things like helping with grading certain aspects of it anyway, or drafting initial lesson plans, even just organizing resources, finding things faster.
Right, the admin side of things.
Yeah, and Miller's point isn't just doing tasks faster, it's about freeing up that valuable teacher time.
Time for what then?
Time they can use for more creative teaching, or, and this is critical, for building those relationships with students, making those connections.
That shift, yeah. From just managing tasks to fostering creativity and connection, that feels like a really key insight.
Definitely.
So looking bigger picture, what kind of future does Miller see for AI in schools? What's his overall vision?
It's actually quite hopeful. Optimistic, really. He argues strongly for viewing AI not as, a threat or a replacement.
Right, not the robot takeover narrative.
Not at all. But as a partner, a valuable partner working alongside teachers.
A partner. That's an interesting framing. Does he talk about getting ready for that partnership for teachers and students?
Oh, absolutely. He really stresses how important it is that we teach students about AI itself.
Not just how to use it, but what it is.
Exactly. What it is, sort of how it works, and crucially, how to use it responsibly and ethically. It's about preparing them for the world they're entering.
Okay, so it's two-sided. Teachers using it effectively, students understanding it critically.
Precisely.
And the book itself, the approach Miller takes, it sounds very hands-on.
Very. That's really its strength. It gives you practical tools, actual lesson ideas you can adapt, resources to get started.
So it tackles the okay, but how question.
Directly. It acknowledges the common worries teachers might have and offers real guidance. It's written to be easy to follow, kind of inspiring, actually. Lots of real examples, concrete strategies, just a very positive, empowering feel.
Okay, so if we kind of boil down this deep dive into Miller's AI for Educators, the big takeaways seem to be AI for, 1, much more personalized learning, 2, making teachers' lives more efficient, freeing them up, and 3, this idea of AI as a future partner, not a replacement, paving the way for maybe a more dynamic classroom.
That sums it up nicely. Better learning, more efficiency, and a kind of collaborative future.
So connecting this back to you, the listener, maybe the provocative thought to leave you with, building on Miller's ideas, is this. If AI really is becoming more of a partner, what does that actually mean for the skills you need to focus on teaching your students about technology? And how might it reshape your own path as an educator going forward? Something to think about.
Grab AI for Educators by Matt Miller now on sale for $16.95. Don't miss this chance to build good habit and achieve remarkable results. Buy now today.
Like and subscribe for more Bookhaven podcasts.